Did you know that announcing your goals out loud practically guarantees you will fail? Psychologists call it a social reality trap. When you tell everyone what you are going to do, your brain mistakes the applause for actual achievement. You receive a cheap dopamine hit of success without lifting a single finger. This is the exact trap that almost ruined Arlo, a brilliant young builder in a quiet valley. Arlo wanted to build the greatest bridge the valley had ever seen. The old wooden crossing was rotting, and a crisis was coming. Spotting his opportunity, Arlo announced his grand vision to the entire village. He bragged to the rabbits, the deer, and the shopkeepers. It will be massive, supported by premium cedar from the northern hill, he boasted. The crowds cheered. Arlo felt like a master builder before even touching a single log. But his loud mouth created a ghost. A listening raccoon named Vex heard every detail. That night, Vex quietly went to the northern hill and stole all the prime wood. The next day, Arlo found nothing. Frustrated but completely blind to his mistake, he went back to the village and loudly announced a fallback plan. I'll harvest the eastern forest instead. Predictably, Vex beat him to it again. Weeks passed. Arlo spent his days flashing beautiful drawings, hosting discussions, and installing a massive wooden sign, Arlo's Great Bridge coming soon. He became famous for what he promised to do while the riverbank remained completely empty. Then he met Mira, a veteran engineer who had survived decades of floods. She looked at his flawless blueprints and asked a brutal question: how much of this bridge is actually finished? None yet, Arlo muttered, but everyone loves the plan. Mira handed the papers back. Everyone is praising a picture, Arlo, but no one can cross a river on a drawing. Vision shows you where to go. Hard execution is what gets you there. Stop proving it with words. Prove it with wood. That reality check changed everything. Arlo tore down his flashy sign and locked his blueprints away. He completely stopped talking. The next morning, he woke up before dawn. He didn't announce his locations. He scouted hidden areas. He dragged heavy, freezing timber through the mud alone. There were no crowds cheering for him, no praise, no validation, just blistered paws, freezing water, and exhausting, lonely labor. When animals asked how the bridge was going, the long speeches were gone. He simply said, I'm making progress. You'll see it when it's ready. Vex tried to spy, but there was no data left to exploit. Silence had made Arlo unsabotageable. Midnight struck, and a massive, unseasonal storm slammed the valley. The river roared into a flash flood. The old, neglected bridge snapped like a twig, trapping the panicked animals on the wrong side of the raging current. Through the blinding rain, a rabbit screamed, "Look!" Downriver stood a masterpiece. It wasn't as decorative as the original drawings, but it was anchored deep into solid stone. Arlo's silent bridge didn't flinch against the debris. One by one, every animal crossed to safety, even Vex. When the storm cleared, a fox asked, "Why didn't you tell us it was done?" Arlo looked at his worn paws and smiled. Because I spent too much time talking about things that didn't exist. Loud promises trick you into feeling successful before you've earned it. If you want to survive the storms in your own life, remember Arlo's rules. First, filter your circle. Share your dreams only with people who will help you build, not just applaud the idea. Second, check your intent. If you share for advice, it serves the goal. If you share for attention, it replaces the goal. Stop telling people your next move. Stop broadcasting the foundation. Work in the dark, improve quietly, and let your results do the talking. People easily forget what you said you were going to build, but they will never forget the bridge they crossed. If this hit home, subscribe. Now, go build.